Welcome back to the Haunted Console, everybody. My name is Kyle, bringing you another Buddy Fight deck profile. This is, of course, the Magic World Wizard build, and the buddy is Dragowizard Magician Drum. Let's get rolling. Starting off our size 3, we have Witch of Destruction, Hardy the Devastator. She's got 6k power, 2 critical, 6k defense. She has a call cost of pay 3 gauge, and her ability is you may discard a wizard from your hand. If you do, destroy a monster on your opponent's field. This ability may only be used once per turn. She also has the other ability, when this card is link attacked, you may discard a wizard from your hand. If you do, nullify the link attack. She also has double attack. Starting off our size 2s, we have the buddy Dragowizard Magician Drum. He's got 5k power, 2 critical, 2k defense. He has a call cost of pay 1 gauge, and his ability is if you have 5 or less life, you may pay 6 gauge. If you do, destroy opponent's monster in the center and deal 4 damage to your opponent. Next up, we have Herb Magician Soichiro Tenjiku. He's got 4k power, 1 critical, 5k defense. His ability is he reduces the cast cost of each of your Magic World spells by 1 gauge. Finishing out the size 2s, we have Chain Magic Master Link. Got 4k power, 2 critical, 4k defense. Its effect is whenever you cast a spell, for this turn this card gets plus 2k power and 2k defense. You may only use this ability once per turn. Starting off our size 1s, we have Magic Knight of Darkness Dunkelheit. He's got 4k power, 1 critical, 3k defense. His effect is if you have Magic Knight of Light Licht on your field, this card gets plus 3k power and 3k defense. Next up, we have Magic Knight of Light Licht. He's got 3k power, 1 critical, 4k defense. His effect is if you have Magic Knight of Darkness Dunkelheit on your field, this card gets plus 3k power and 3k defense. For our item of the deck, we have Gunrod Del Gesu. It's got 2k power, 0 critical. Its equip cost is pay 1 gauge. Its ability is you may rest this card. If you do, deal 1 damage directly to your opponent. It also has the ability when this card attacks your opponent, you may put a monster on your field into your drop zone. If you do, for this turn, increase this card's critical by the critical of that monster. Starting off our spells, we have Key of Solomon First Volume. It's a counter speed. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge. Next up, we have Key of Solomon Second Volume. Its effect is you gain 1 life. If you have Key of Solomon First Volume in your drop zone, you also draw a card. Next up, we have the Arc. It is a set spell. It has a cast cost of pay 2 gauge and put 2 cards from the top of your deck into this card's soul face down. If your life would become 0, reveal all cards in this card's soul. If there's a spell among those cards, your life becomes 2, you draw a card and destroy this card. Next up, we have Magical Goodbye. It is a counter speed. Return a size 2 or less monster on the field to its owner's hand. Next up, we have No Pain No Gain. It has a cast cost of pay 2 gauge. You draw 2 cards and discard a card from your hand. Next up, we have Nice One. It has a cast cost of pay 1 gauge. You draw 2 cards. You may only cast 1 Nice One per turn. Next up, we have Overstand. You may only cast this card when your card deals damage to your opponent. It is a counter speed. Put cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of damage dealt to your opponent into your gauge. Next up, we have Chillax. It has a cast cost of pay 1 gauge. It is a counter speed. The next time you would be dealt damage this turn, it is reduced to 0 and you gain 1 life. Next up, we have Solomon's Shield. It is a counter speed. You may only cast this card during an attack on your opponent's turn. Nullify the attack if it is not a link attack. And for the final card of the deck, we have Great Spell, My Grandfather Clock. It has a cast cost of pay 2 gauge and the restriction of you may only cast this card if you have 6 or more different wizard cards in the drop zone. Return all cards from your drop zone into your deck, shuffle your deck. After this turn, you get another turn. Thank you for watching this Buddy Fight deck profile. This has been Kyle from the Haunted Console. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a spooky week now.